Hello and welcome to Best Family Vacations. We recently returned from a 4-day Disney Magic Staycation cruise out of Southampton, and in this video I'll share with you our experiences during Embarkation. If you are sailing from Liverpool, London, Newcastle or Dover, the experience will be similar but obviously not exactly the same. I do hope though that it gives you a clear idea of what you can expect. Our scheduled arrival time was 3 PM. We'd already pre-purchased the parking space adjacent to the ship, and I highly recommend that you consider this option. It worked out for us at being just over £10 a day, but the convenience that it provided made that money to be very, very well spent. Upon our arrival, a van did turn up, took our baggage, and that was automatically loaded onto the ship for us, and we were able to collect that later on after completing the embarkation process. If the COVID restrictions are still going to be in place when you sail, you must have your ID that you used when you were booking and your COVID proof documentation, or you will not be sailing. And if you have the Disney Cruise app on your phone, get that up and running before you go in, because that's got all your quick scan codes on it as well. Furthermore, you will need to take another quick COVID test. The test comprises a 10-second twizzle up each nostril, and then you just basically sit and wait in another room for your results to arrive, and they will be emailed directly to you. Whilst waiting, we managed to catch our first proper glimpse at the Disney Magic. After about 20 minutes of waiting time, we got the email and immediately went through to embark upon the ship. As you embark onto the Magic, the crew are awaiting your arrival and they will announce you. You'll probably notice Mickey and Minnie waiting at the top of the stairs there to greet you, and you will be directed towards a spot on the floor where you will have to wait until enough families have been announced to fill up all the remaining spots, at which point Mickey and Minnie will perform a welcome dance for your entertainment. After this, you will be directed into the lounge, and along the way you can catch your first glimpse of the water through the portholes in the corridor. Once seated, you will quickly get a brief explanation of how to connect your phone to the ship's internal network, which will allow you to get updates, etc. whilst you're at sea. This was problematic for many people on board, so do make sure that you have this working on all of your mobile phones before you move on from this point. Your final stop is going to be to locate and use the Disney Cruise app to snap a shot of your specific emergency location plaque. Now this could be anywhere along either side of the ship, but this is where you must return to should the ship have an emergency. So it's very critical that you do this correctly. And that's it. That's your embarkation over. You're now free to go and find your stateroom, unload your luggage and explore at your leisure. And I will cover that in our next video. Thank you so much for watching the Best Family Vacations.